Assalamu alaikum. I'm Muhammad Jahangir Alam, lecturer in physics. Welcome you all in my online class. First of all, I would like to express my heartiest gratitude to Almighty because we are still all right and carrying on our regular activities in this odd situation of COVID-19 pandemic. Here, my suggestion to you that you need to be follow the hygienic rule and etiquette instructed by the health ministry and WHO. Dear student, today we'll discuss some exceptional but very important item from our work, energy and power chapter. Mainly we'll discuss how can we perform well in MCQ portion. So we'll discuss on the basic items that we need to be know or we need to be memorized to better in MCQ portion. Okay. The student, today we'll discuss about work, energy and power. And in this chapter, we have to focus on all type of definitions. Definitions required in our creative portion and also in MCQ portion. Then different type of expression. That means mathematical expression which help us to solve the mathematical problem and side by side in MCQ portion. Then different type of work and their condition. Here different type of work means positive work, negative work and their conditions mean if the angle between the force and the displacement is lies between 0 to less than 90, then the work will be positive, and the angle between the force and displacement is more than 90 to 180, then the work will be negative. But if the angle between the force and displacement is exactly 90 degree, then the work will be 0. So these are the condition. Then different type of unit. So different type of unit, we need to memorize the unit of all type of quantities used in this chapter. Suppose if we talk about the unit of work and or energy, we know the unit of work and energy is same. Okay, so usually we use the unit of work and energy is joule, but we know work is calculated by the product of force and displacement, and we know the unit of force is Newton and unit of displacement is meter. So another unit of energy or force may be Newton meter. Okay, so a quantity may hold different type of or more than unit. You have to mind it. Different type of energy and their conversion. Here different type of energy means potential energy, kinetic energy, nuclear energy, electric energy, different type of energy and their conversion. How the energy are converts from one form or one shape to another form. Then different type of graphs which represents the variation of force, the variation of energy. Okay, so here are some important question which may come as MCQ type question. The first question is, if the applied force and displacement are oppositely directed, then the work is, we know if the angle between the force and the displacement is 180 degree, that means if the force and displacement are oppositely directed, then the work will be negative. So here the types of work will be negative. Okay. Then our next question is, what will be the work if the angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree? Already I discussed the condition earlier. If the angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree, then the work will be 0. We know work W is equal to F S cos theta. If the theta, that means theta means the angle between force and displacement. If the theta is 90 degree, then we know cos theta is 0 and the value of the total portion will be 0. That means work will be 0. Then for what value of the angle between force and displacement, the work will be maximum. For what value of theta, that means for what value of the angle between the force and displacement, the work will be maximum. Student, we can say our answer observing this expression. For what value of theta? For what value of theta, work will be maximum. So the value of work, that means work depends on force, displacement and cos theta. If F and S are constant, then it will depend on theta. We know the maximum value of cos theta is 1, and when the theta is 0 degree, then cos theta will be 1, and in that case work will be maximum. So for the value of theta, when theta will be 0 degree, then work will be maximum. Now in our question 4, have a look. What will be the amount of work by the centripetal force when a body moves along a circular path? If we consider the circular path, suppose a body is moving along the circular path, and the centripetal force means the force which acts along the radius towards the center. Here the force is acting towards the center, but the body is displaced along the tangential at that point. Okay. When the body is at point P, then its displacement along the tangential, but the force acting on it is towards the center. Here the angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree. So the work done by the centripetal force will be 0. And in our last question, the unit of energy, already I have discussed in our previous portion of our lecture. The unit of energy or work, the main unit is joule, but it has another unit, kg meter square per second square too, and ev, that means electron volt. Electron volt is one kind of unit of energy. Okay, have a look for the next question. The question is how the kinetic energy of a body is related to its velocity. Then we know the kinetic energy of a body is expressed by E k is equal to half mv square. Half mv square. So from this expression we can say that kinetic energy, if mass is constant, then we can say that kinetic energy is directly proportional to the square of its velocity. So we can say that the kinetic energy of a body is directly proportional to the square of its velocity. Right. Our next question is, if the velocity of a body is made double, then its kinetic energy will be. We can answer this question following this expression. If the velocity of a body is made double, then what will be its kinetic energy? So in previous question we see that the kinetic energy is directly proportional to the square of its velocity. So if the velocity is made double, then kinetic energy will be 4 times. Clear? Next. In our next question, a knowledge based question, 1 HP is equal to how many watts? We know 1 HP, that means horsepower. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. Then in question 9, the EP means potential energy versus height graph for a body projected vertically upward. If a body is projected vertically upward, then what will be the change its potential energy with the change of height? We know the potential energy of a body depends on height, and its expression is EP is equal to mgh. We know potential energy is directly proportional to height. When the height of a body is increased, then the potential energy. Therefore, we know EP equal to mgh. We know potential energy is directly proportional to height. So here the graph will be a straight line passing through the origin. If we place height in the x-axis and EP in the y-axis. Okay. Now in question 9, then 10. What is the unit of power? We know what is the unit of power. The unit of power is watt. It's a SI unit. You can also use a practical unit, that is horsepower. Then what is the dimension of power? We know what is the dimension of power. The dimension of power is m L square T inverse 2. Okay. In our question 12, they wanted to know that if a body of 100 kg is lifted at 10 centimeter per second, that means the body moves with the velocity of 10 centimeter per second, then used power is. Dear student, we know the expression of power is P is equal to W by T. If we change W with Fx, W means energy or work. We know W is equal to Fx, that means force into displacement. But if we separate F, and then we will get x by t. X by t means displacement by time. Displacement by time means velocity. So power can be expressed as force into velocity. So here the velocity is given 10 centimeter per second. We have to convert this value to meter per second, and force is mg. Here m is given, so we can calculate the power of the body by multiplying mass 100 kg, then g 9.8, and the velocity 10 centimeter per second, which is converted to 0.1 meter per second. Okay, and the ultimate value will be 98. Okay, now we see question number 13. Examples of non-conservative force. We know what are the non-conservative force. Non-conservative force are those the force by which the work will not be zero if the body make a round trip. If the body make a round trip and the work done by the force is not zero, then the force will be known as non-conservative force. And the example of non-conservative force, we can say that frictional force, viscous force, these forces are non-conservative force. Then example of conservative force. We know the conservative force are gravitational force, magnetic force, electric force. These forces are known as conservative force. Then relation between the kinetic energy and momentum. We know. So the relation kinetic energy and momentum is Ek is equal to P square divided by 2m. That means here E is kinetic energy, P is momentum, and 2m. M is mass. This is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. Then the unit of power. We know the unit of power is watt, but the expression, from the expression we know power is equal to P, W is equal to P is equal to W by T. That means work divided by time. So the unit of work is joule and divided by time. So joule per second it is also a unit of power, and Newton per second it is also a unit of power. So these three are the unit of power. Unit of efficiency. So what is the unit of efficiency? Efficiency is the ratio of two same type of quantity. We know the ratio of output energy to input energy is known as efficiency. Since efficiency is the ratio of two same type of quantity, so it has no unit. So expression for the efficiency. So what is the expression for efficiency is denoted by eta. Efficiency is denoted by eta, and its expression is, I already said that, output energy divided by input energy. So the expression for efficiency is output energy divided by input energy. Usually efficiency is expressed as percentage. Okay. Then this type of question appear in the exam as multiple completion. Here the stored energy in a spring is, the energy stored in a spring, what type of energy? It's potential, chemical or mechanical. So the energy stored in a spring, we can potential energy and mechanical energy. It is not chemical energy. Okay. So stored energy in spring can be classified as potential and mechanical. Then finally, what does it mean by 15 watt or 15 watt means? 15 watt means 15 joule per second. That means if a body perform 15 joule work in 1 second, then its power will be 15 watt. Okay, that's student. I hope you have got the short question which help you for the MCQ. Okay, take care.